Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Our good friend Charlene Patton from the Kansas Soybean Commission back with us again. And this month is a very special month for the Kansas Soybean Commission.
I love it. It's called Bake for Family Fun Month. I have 4 daughters and 9 grandchildren, and I love to get them in the kitchen. There's so many benefits of baking and sharing, measuring to teach your kids, reading the recipes, following the order of things.
Yeah.
Lots of good skills that you can teach your children. Besides, the whole concept of Bake for Family Fun is sharing family recipes. So if you have a recipe that your grandmother made that you can pass down from generation to generation, that's wonderful. And you were telling me about one of your family recipes.
Yeah, I wish I still had it all, but it was pretty simple, I think. We used to make, my mom would make a blackberry cobbler. We'd fresh pick the blackberries. She'd take them home. She made the dough by hand. It was one of those things she really enjoyed making. And it was always great. And that's how you knew summertime was here, too. Because
that's right.
She'd go out and pick those ripe, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm sure many folks have a lot of great recipes that have been handed down over the years. My wife actually does have a recipe book from her grandmother, which goes back to her mother. So we're talking, we've got some really classic recipes.
Oh, that's wonderful. The whole concept, you're doing Bake for Family Fun right there.
All right.
Well, the recipe we're doing today is a chocolate chip tofu cookie. And I was mentioning to you that the tofu really replaces eggs in this recipe.
Okay.
So if you have an allergy to that, this will be the perfect recipe for you. I'm going to have you mix the dry ingredients.
Okay.
I have all-purpose flour in here. You're going to mix soy flour, baking powder, baking soda. This is oatmeal. And what they had, the recipe, this is from the Soy Foods Council, put that in the food processor. And you can see how I ground that up. So it's a little finer than regular oatmeal. And then this is textured vegetable protein. That's another soy ingredient. Really adds a lot of nutrition to the recipe, but it's going to give it a crunch like you added a cereal into it.
Okay.
So you do that,
Okay.
and then I have brown sugar that I've creamed with our butter and with the eggs, or not eggs, with the granulated sugar. And with that, I'm going to add softened tofu to this recipe.
Okay.
And the softened tofu, again, I drained that and put it in the food processor till it made it nice and creamy. So we're just going to mix that together. You're doing a good job.
Hey. And so I still want to add all of this.
That's
okay.
right.
All of this. Okay.
All that. The oatmeal, which I used just regular oats. You could use quick cooking oats. And then the textured vegetable protein. So just stir that together. And then I'm going to have you add that to the dough mixture here. I was going to say that when I put that tofu in the food processor, you could really add all these ingredients in there.
Okay.
I put it in a bowl just so you could see what we were doing.
Yeah.
Now you start adding it here, and we'll gradually add it in.
Okay, and that's what you're saying. That's what this is for.
That's what that's
Okay.
for. Perfect. Yeah. And depending on the age of your children, I mean, little ones can add these. Big ones can help with the measuring and the stirring. So there's a task for everybody. Great. And you just keep adding it. And I was telling you that we probably won't get this all stirred up because I do want to tell you how
absolutely.
to finish the rest of it. But it makes a nice soft dough.
It does.
And easy to do. So you just pour it all in. That'll be good. Great. And then the next ingredient is chocolate chips. Now, because we're using a semi-sweet chocolate chip and we're making it ourselves, if we wanted to change that to a dark chocolate, butterscotch, maybe even cranberries or raisins, let the kids pick, and you can...
could make it just about anything you wanted.
Exactly, and let the children pick which ones they want, and they'll have their own special cookie. So now we would just mix this a little bit more till it's all mixed up. This will actually make about 55 cookies.
Oh, wow.
So you can see their little ones here.
Yeah.
If you want to make bigger size cookies, you can do that. And just make sure you have all the same size on your baking sheet so that they bake evenly. Bake those at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes, and you'll have wonderful cookies out of the oven.
All right, another fantastic recipe. And of course, Charlene, if anyone wants this recipe or any of the others we're featuring this month, where can they go?
They should go to our website at kansassoybeans.org, or you can call our 800 number, 877-KS-Soybean. We'll send them all the recipes for February.
Excellent. Charlene, thank you so much. And of course, if you missed it, don't worry. It's going to be on our website as well, KOAMnewsnow.com. And we'll be back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.